Hey buddy, it's John Planet Tech, and today we're going to be going over the next part of our tutorial, which is to implement the actual FPS scene, the UI controls for Android, and opening and closing doors. We're going to keep it there so we can just send out a simple ABK, test it. If you guys want to send me feedback, send it back to the on my YouTube About page. There's an email there. Send me like your phone, like the specifications, like how much storage you have, what RAM, what version of Android, and what, like, is it Samsung, Levino, LG, that type of stuff. Or you can just message that stuff down below, and how the game was running. So we have these guns here. These are just for like show at the moment. They're a little bit large for the player, so not going to be used at the moment. We're going to implement our camera. We're going to say it's going to be a first-person camera. We're going to set that guy there. Now, I'm actually going to play it as a window so I can see what the size is. Because that door is friggin' huge. So we're actually going to size this guy up. I don't think we need to go 100. Okay, it's double-sided, so we actually need to... see if that's how usually using the in-game stuff you can use the double-sided whatever. Okay, yeah, so we'll have to use an invisible wall. So we're gonna go to the plane. Here we go. I'm gonna rotate this. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to rotate this again. Now if we made this inside, we wouldn't have to do this. We just double-sided and then you're good to go. 180. Actually. Boom. Okay. Now I'm going to set this as also double-sided. Advanced setting. Double-sided. Okay. Make sure it's level, and then we're gonna just set this to be invisible. So even though the wall is there, it's not exactly visible, but we can see it right there. So we're gonna scale this up. We're gonna move it, scale it back down, and then just stretch it. We need to behavior, collide when moved, delete that. Okay, those guys are solid, but we want to make sure that, okay, there we go. And we can't go through the door. So what we're going to do with these now is make them invisible. There we go, still solid. Well, that's another way to do invisible boxes in case you have a scene that you want a person to look at but not exactly touch. So now what we're going to do with the door is we're going to click that door. We're going to go behavior. So behavior on proximity to something. So we're going to actually set it to be 100. The current active camera will work, and enters radius, we want it to move. So I'm actually going to collect where it is right now. So we're going to take that position, click position. I'm actually going to paste it somewhere else in a Word doc or another box that I have open. I'm going to move this up, paste it there. So behaviors. On action, what we wanted to do is to move it. So we're going to change position of a scale node, or change the position of a node. Which node? I don't want to say OK. We have selected mesh 4. Select mesh 4. OK. Set the position there. Move is going to be animated. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to duplicate that. So we're going to add another one. On proximity, again, 100. The current camera, and we're going to say exit, and we're going to say not set. We're going to say change position, change scale, change position of set. There we go, that one's good. The mesh 4. Now using the previous coordinates, we're going to paste those there so it knows where to go back. Move is going to be animated. Now what we're going to do is move this back to its previous area. Alright, so when we go near this, it opens. Yeah, we have to check the closing code. Leaves radius. Which node select? Okay, we have to select that one. Mesh 2. Select. And we want mesh 2. Say OK. I think I cloned it. So I had 2 of them, as you saw. Open, close. Open, close. Boom. Okay, so that's that door. Now what we can do is modify selection, copy behaviors of that node, and paste it to this one. So we're going to paste behaviors to that one. But that one is called mesh 6. So we're going to say change position of this to mesh 6. Looks like it auto did it, and there we go. Okay, so we're good on that one. But what's probably going to happen is that it's going to actually just move straight over there. Boom, there we go. So we have to actually change the coordinates, the X, Y, and Z patterns. So we're going to move that up, copy that, and on that pattern we're going to set it there, say OK, so that's it going up, and then we have that going down, change position. Now we need to paste it going down. So we have a door going up. And we have another door going up and then down. Now we need to set lights. Now this is totally optional depending on how default you want your game to be, or how well lit, or how realistic, or it's just like, okay, somebody may not be playing this on the best, it may have 2 gigs of RAM, sure, but it may not have the best graphics card on it. So that's going to go straight down there. So what we're going to do is go into light mapping. We want to texture size. We could go straight up to 1024 texture maps and all that stuff, but I kind of don't want to push devices like crazy. Materials, so we're going to go, let's see, static. Can create a directional light and then do it that way. But I don't want to do it that way. And this is all baked lighting, which means it's fake light in the sense that it really just doesn't move at all. We're actually going to delete that one. Go back to this one. I'm going to set this one to be radius of 1,000. Boom. So it's bigger, probably a little bit bigger than the room. Calculate. And then we probably want to raise that above the area. Gonna delete that and then calculate this again. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sometimes it works when you have the light in the area. Sometimes it works when you have it above the area. It just shines down upon it. So we're gonna calculate that again. Then we have a lit room with this area being a bit dark. So we're going to clone that one, put that one over there, calculate it, and we have a lit area. Now, that was a lot for like nothing, so at this point, I'm going to keep everything static, in which we can just calculate white, and that just calculates a white light map over everything. Okay, so at this point, we need our scene touch control. Now I'm gonna make this touch control a bit large because on my device I need it to be a bit large, but it may be way too big for you guys. But it should auto size automatically. Let's make it publish. We're gonna publish this. Boom. Okay, so that's how big it's gonna be, but a little bit wider. We're going to save that, and then at this point, guys, I'm going to just publish it as an APK. I'm going to load it onto my phone, and I'm going to attach that to the end of this video, guys. So right after this section, it's going to be me playing on my phone, and then the APK file, blah blah blah. Okay, the APK file is actually going to be down below. So you guys can download it, test onto your devices. Again, please tell me your device, RAM, storage, like if you have 16 gigs, 1 gig, or whatever. If it loaded up quickly, slowly, if it just didn't do it at all. If it doesn't do it at all, it probably means that you don't have enough RAM, or you didn't have enough storage. If it loads up on my phone, also please tell me what version of Android you have. Some of the older versions of Android don't calculate textures as well as other versions, especially when you're dealing with a graphics onboard graphics card. Again, thanks guys, and remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you'd like to see more, and comment down below. Bye. I'm using the A to Z screen recorder for Android. It sets the maximum bitrate, which is 15 megabytes per second, and 1080, which is maximum screen resolution. App installed, okay. Putting textures. Another reason. Guess I want to clean that out. Okay, I want to load that back up. The reason why these are black is because they did not, they have textures on them. I just need to set the light for them, and I probably still have a light in here, that's why it's looking like this. Again, not the, it's kind of jerky, probably because of this touch control I have. I need to make it smaller. But it is moving, and it is smooth. I just need to make sure that I have no lights in here. And then we can move on to adding